Alright,
Battlefield,
starting our Battlefield,
yeah,
let's see.
Puff Falcon, this seems.
Tang definitely looks like he's moving pretty slick.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see a lot of old school stuff from him. He definitely was like shine up smash and things like that, which I can see working against this comp, picking up some kills that he might not have gotten otherwise. Rather have had to take more time to get, which means there's interaction from the teammate as well. Smart effort.
Yeah.
This match definitely isn't going to have the levels of punish we saw with the double peach, where 2 people are getting blown up at once.
Oh.
Good pickup by Skux. They've taken them both out there.
Absolutely. Especially with Jigglypuff in doubles, it's always very scary to get rested.
Yeah, like quickly waking her up. At least Falcon doesn't have a projectile to do it with, so it's slightly more dangerous, but it's still like a huge swing that you wouldn't otherwise get.
Absolutely. And I mean, if he's not getting held back too hard, Falcon can just literally run up and do it because he's so fast.
He can get in there. Skux kind of held back there in that edge situation when I feel like he should have gone in and interacted and tried to help Will somewhat. So hopefully that doesn't continue to be a trend.
Yeah. He's definitely playing pretty...
Oh, Skux missing the pickup. And
he's playing pretty defensively right now because he's probably very scared at that.
Yeah, exactly. At this percent,
everything is just going to kill.
Dying to F smash, at least, you know, it's at that percent he could have died to a lot of other things.
Alright, and he picks up the kill. I really like how those floaty characters interact in teams with their teammates. It's always a joy to see them picking up on those combos.
Go to a spot they can't cover and not be threatened by like your teammates' hitboxes. Whereas something like Fox Marth, they can't really both edge guard together because they're going to hit each other.
Yeah, and they can't put themselves out there like Jigglypuff or Peach can.
Exactly, and that's what is leading to most of the pickups by Team Gainz.
But Falcon is showing why he's a fairly fragile character right now. Only 1 stock left.
Yeah, Skux tanking, so he should be fine for that. I think I'll say somewhat even right here, and sort of whoever wins the next couple of interactions is probably going to come out ahead. Spike on Skux, but he's able to make it back.
Yeah, Marth down there obviously.
Another shine by Tang, and Skux
he didn't
probably have
I
resources.
Think did he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he touched
down. Alright,
okay, he managed to make it back.
It looked like he was rising very slowly there, so... Oh, he tries to rest him out of shield.
Late by Wills and ends up doing 3 jabs instead of just the 1.
But he catches the Fox with it as well.
Big pickup by
and
Wills
he doesn't get
down
it
to knee.
Again! Oh, that
okay,
tipper though.
This is it's getting closer. Wills can... So yeah, there's Wills gone, so...
Alright, everyone on their last stocks. Interesting.
Wills just took the stage by himself with his invincibility and let Skux sort of get himself positioned, which I think has actually made quite a difference to how this is playing out.
Very nice side B recovery right there. And the up smash is not quite going to kill yet.
They're definitely like right there, both of them were occupied with Wills while Skux was up in the air, and Wills is just managing to... There we go. Yeah, Skux is definitely an F smash heavy puff and he does land them. So.
I think that was very doable for Tang had he not missed that tag.
Yeah, small things at the end definitely came in, and the positioning of the stage was definitely in Team Gainz' favour because of Wills being the last one to respawn. I think such a small thing gave them a big lead and managed to put them in the position to go for what they went for, and then they made it work from there.
I agree. So, Marth and Fox, where do they take Falcon and Puff? This is actually fairly hard because all the stages where Puff has drawbacks, Falcon definitely has no drawbacks, and that tipper is almost going to pick up the KO that early, just 5 seconds into the match.
How do you feel about Dreamland as a pick here?
Oh, up to rest connects. I think he maybe could have jumped out of that. I think it's a very interesting pick. Maybe they just want to have more space to maneuver around, but Dreamland usually is in singles at least is a counter pick for Puff against Fox, and I think
Falcon against Marth.
Yeah.
Too. So yeah, I think this is an odd pick. They probably. Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure about this one.
Me neither, and they are also not really abusing the strengths that Fox has on Dreamland, which is obviously the laser camping, because he can just run around and it's almost impossible for Puff and Falcon to chase him, really, when Marth is holding him.
Yeah, I think the composition between the Fox and Marth isn't what the team can be in the sort of like support style that we usually see like PewFat go for. They're just sort of both doing things, and this stage is definitely worse for that. They probably want a smaller stage if they're going to try and sort of play with less synergy and just go for more like generic choices that work out, as opposed to like meshing well with your teammate and going for what you think they're going to do.
Yeah. No back throw there, no attempted rest, but knee almost.
Scotch doesn't manage to pick it up off that knee. That's
yeah.
Ooh, Graham throwing it away with the dare, and he was already the one behind on stock, so that's definitely not what he wanted to do. Is he almost killed Tang with that edge guard, but manages to fix out? Well, the stock's gone, so it was a very scary situation. I think it was very smart of Graham, knowing how much he can hit Tang without him dying there.
Yeah, and Skog's missing that up air on Willis in that edge guard sequence. I think he could have rested that, I'm pretty sure. Didn't want to go for it, so
I think given Dreamland, they're content to just play it out as is. I mean, they can. The Puff stock's going to go so far that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's always the possibility of a tipple, as we saw earlier.
And it was doing a pretty good job of keeping Graham in check to stop him doing things like that. As you see, he switches from Tang to Graham because he knows that Graham's the one who's going to threaten Skirks right now. Honestly, very impressive teamwork between Wills and Skirks.
Yeah, Team Gainz is absolutely
Team Gainz
showing their practice results. Yo, bro, what's your schedule? Tries to fish with the F smash, doesn't quite hit low, and up air combos into backhand. Looks like Marth might. Oh, he stage spikes Tang.
Oh no.
Oh, good shield on the F smash though. That was very, very important.
So it's taking out Wills, but I think it's in this position he can live with that. Luckily, no one was there to punish Skirks for falling off stage.
If Marth keeps not getting hit, alright, never mind.
Yeah. Versus Falcon, it's hard. And jab reset rest. Team Gainz.
Alright, 2-0 for Team Gainz.
Yeah, I definitely think. I still think Stadium's probably the one to go for. I think Yoshi's is definitely too risky. Because Team Gainz can just blow them up there. But I think Stadium lends itself better to this comp. I think Fox Marth, generally, this is their best stage in most matchups.
Yeah, because it has a low ceiling for Marth, for Fox to get kills with the up smash, and then also it isn't too vast, so Marth can get tipper kills fairly early.
Saw a Marth down smash into Fox up air on the path, and just wasn't enough to kill, which is. Skirks is on the wrong side of the stage camping ledge.
He's not really helping right now.
Yeah, I think that's the one sort of lack of synergy is that Skirks is kind of not helping Wills when Wills is behind, but when they're ahead, Skirks is always in position to capitalize on what Wills is doing. So I think, given that they're ahead, they can definitely snowball this. And if they were to play against a team that got the lead, that's probably where they'd start to fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, they did lose to someone, so. Oh, double kill comes in, triple kill even.
Yeah, and green team getting a lead finally, which I think, especially on Stadium, they can take that lead and do something with it.
Yeah.
And there we kind of see Wills not providing the support Skirks needs, so I think they're definitely not playing as well from behind.
That down smash picks up a kill. Stomp doesn't send Marth upwards, so no need.
Falcon kicks out of danger and doesn't really get punished for it. Especially given doubles, that was actually a pretty scary move by Wills, and he did it again.
Oh
and to
damn! That was really sick combo.
Okay, I think everyone's a team Gainz. No one's a team Gainz. No, this has changed nothing. That was pretty sick there.
It's fairly even. It definitely looked very sick.
Yeah, the stocks being on path obviously is a problem. If they kill Wills, he just takes them. But taking puff stocks and potentially closing Wills out at the same time, suddenly the lead goes from...
Oh!
That was huge. Skux is a madman.
That actually was
he's cutting in
so
work.
big.
It was a really late jab by Wills to wake him up as well. I think he was in shock.
Yeah, I mean, Marth tried to save him there and then just gets caught up in the crossfire of the rest.
Yeah, that... Honestly... No, we see Green Team sort of getting in each other's way a little bit, leading to Wills hitting both of them.
Yeah. I mean, if I got double rested like that, that would definitely get into my head as well.
Like, on game 3 when you're this down, it's not what you want to see. They're keeping it close. Will's still at 0, but I think given that it's Stadium, they could turn this around.
Yeah, and one thing, you see the Marth going for a lot of down airs, which is not something that you see hard Marths do a lot.
Skux closing out Graham's stock, and now Tang having to get off the ledge. This is definitely scary.
It's fairly doable for Tang, though. I mean, it's definitely hard, but...
He has to somehow kill Skux without Wills stopping him, I guess is the problem, and he can't. He's not in a position to end Wills, so...
Yeah. I mean, up throw up air definitely kills at this percentage, but
yeah,
he's just gonna get that shot then.
And that was an incredible performance by Team Gainz. I'm honestly shocked at some of the stuff they pulled out. Good stuff to Tang and Graham.